Hello and welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to conduct functional testing when you have to hire candidates, either with experience or without experience. In a couple of my earlier videos in the hiring series, we've covered the 5 common hiring mistakes in video 1. And the second video, we spoke about how to hire freshers, candidates with no experience. So there were 4 steps in hiring people with no experience. And I spoke about in both the videos about showing you a live demo, a tutorial on how to conduct functional testing for skill requirements for any job that you may post for any profile that you are hiring for. So ideally, this functional test should happen either before the operations interview or even after. I would really prefer it happening before the final interview with the decision maker, because it establishes some ground rules. You understand whether the candidate, depending upon the experience required, has the prerequisite knowledge of the key skill requirements. And most importantly, the candidate gets a first-hand experience and understanding of the most important activity that he or she is supposed to do when they join your company. So I'll take you through 3 job descriptions today, which I just opened up on the internet. I just searched on Google and LinkedIn, and I shortlisted 3 job descriptions. So with you on this video, I'll go through the job descriptions. I'll find out those 1 or 2 skills that can be tested to check if the candidate is suitable for the position that they are applying for, and should you then proceed with the application or not. So the first one that you see on your screen is a job description on the Better Team website. It's for a sales development representative. This is the first one because this is a common position that almost all companies hire for: sales executives, sales managers, marketing executives, BD executives, or a sales development representative, an SDR. So I'll just browse through. This is the company and brief about the job. This is not important. Then we have the job description where they mention, okay, what the candidate is supposed to do. And then we move on to the responsibilities section. Now, this is what is important. Now, if you look at the first one, says developing sales strategies to draw in potential buyers or to solicit new potential customers. There's something which you can check in the interview stages. Then you have initiating contact with potential customers through cold calling or responding to inquiries generated from advertisements. And this is something which can be tested functionally, because for a sales development representative, this becomes an important skill. A lot of times when we've interviewed people who applied for sales positions, they want to move away from cold calling as an exercise. There's a lot of experts who say that cold calling is dead, and it's the hard part of sales. So a lot of people want to move away from cold calling, but cold calling, if planned and done properly, gives you much better results. We'll talk about that in our sales series of videos. So do subscribe for video notifications, but let's talk about this skill requirement here. So initiating contact with potential customers through cold calling. So how can you test a job applicant for this job profile? So in case if it's easy for the job applicant to come physically for the test and interview to be followed, you could do it sitting inside a room, or even you could do it online. Just schedule a Zoom meeting, a Google Meet, ask them to share their video and their screen, and ask them to browse through. If you don't have a data, give them a brief of the kind of clients that you want to work with, and let them do a basic research about, say, for 3 companies, 4 companies, 5 companies. Just see how quick and how comfortable they are researching or browsing for prospects, say on Google, on LinkedIn, and other networking and prospecting sites. See how they're able to navigate through, reach to either the boat line number or sales number or any other contact number displayed on the website. Give them a small pitch, brief them. You could ask them to pitch for a small survey, or you can make them pick that, okay, suppose if you are a company that provides an HR management software, what you could do is you can ask this person during the functional test to call prospects introduce that he or she is representing Acme in the HR management software company, and we've developed an ebook with the best practices for deploying and implementing an HR management system in every company, companies of all sizes. So we are sending this ebook for free, and we would like to schedule a consultation with one of our product experts to see if you would want to improve your HR management processes, or if you're evaluating software for your HRMS needs. A small pitch: make the candidate call maybe 4 or 5 prospects, either by researching on the internet, or you could give them some data which you may have, some clients that you may have pitched. You can even give them demo data, senior people in your organization who could pose as customers. So let the candidate call the prospects right in front of you with a simple pitch of sending an ebook with some survey results, with a research report, and a call to action of setting up an appointment with a product expert to talk about their HRMS needs. Now, just see how confident the candidate is going completely cold in this pitching exercise. Don't look for results. They're not going to get you sales in the first 5, 6, 10 calls. This is about judging their confidence with cold calling, which is an important requirement as per this job descriptions. Now, if you go forward, then you have creating relationship with customers. That's something which you cannot test on a single test. Presenting product information, you can ask them in the interview. Then you have moving solid leads to the marketing funnel. Test their knowledge about marketing funnel, sales pipeline in the interview. And then you have following up with potential customers who expressed interest but did not purchase any goods or services. Again, what I would do is I would dig out some old inquiries from customers who would have filled up a form on the website, maybe would have come during an exhibition and submitted their visiting cards or filled up a form, but did not end up buying from you. So what you would do is, this is data which is not usable for you, not beneficial for you. So what you would do is, you would give 5 such customer numbers to the candidate, that, okay, this customer visited us in an exhibition, this customer filled up a form, this is what he or she inquired. Why don't you call and just check if they are looking for these services again? Again, see how they are able to call somebody who had inquired before, the kind of pitch that they use, the kind of introduction that they give, and just check their communication and confidence, and how, most importantly, how comfortable they are doing this. Now, these 2 exercises, cold calling and then reaching out to customers who had inquired but did not buy, are important activities for a sales development rep. During the interview, you can judge a lot of other capabilities, but is the person confident, comfortable enough to pick up the phone and make cold calls and reach out to prospects, is something that is best judged during a functional test. So that is what I would do if I was hiring for SDRs using this job description. We move on to our second job description. This one I found out on LinkedIn as a recommended job. So this is for Senior Manager Business Analytics. I'll just scroll up. This is for Zoom RX. It's a company based in India. We have the hiring manager here. The job title is Senior Manager Business Analytics. Work location is hybrid. That's really good. If I were to apply, I would like to apply for it. It's a flexible work culture. Then you have the company introduction. Let's move through it. It talks about the benefits of working and their offices. And then it talks about what does the business analysis team do, which is fine. Now we will move on to what do they expect from. So what do we look for in you? So here, if you see, ability to see the bigger picture and align pod level priorities. Again, during interview, we can check this. Strong knowledge and understanding of global healthcare industry to be tested and questioned during the interview. Strong knowledge and understanding of commercial models and marketing practices of pharma manufacturers. Again, I could ask these questions during the interview stage. Then you have hands-on experience and expertise in handling structured, unstructured data, conducting data analysis, and drawing insights. Now, as a business analyst, this is a key skill. So this, you really cannot judge during the interview. How comfortable is the person using an analytics software, something as simple as a spreadsheet, a Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. What I would do is I would give the person, again, during a physical testing environment, or on a video interview where the candidate can share his or her screen, the video must be on, and you give them some sample data. A sample data which mimics the real data that he or she would be expected to work on when they join. So give them data, not very complicated, not too simple either, depending upon the experience that you're looking for. Give the person 15 minutes, 20 minutes, depending upon the complexity. Don't give any introductions or any expectations. Give them raw data and see the magic that they can do with that data. What kind of reports do they prepare? Formatting, data cleansing, pivot tables, charts, insights, trends. What can they come up with in those 15 and 20 minutes? That's the best way to check if they are able to handle and have experience and expertise in handling structured and unstructured data and the kind of insights that they draw without being led into something. So again, for this profile, while I would check about their industry knowledge, their process knowledge during the interview, as a business analyst, this is a key requirement which I would test functionally. And only candidates who are good enough or who fall in the top 10, 15, 20% of all the applicants should then proceed to the interview stage. So what I'm doing is I'm filtering out the most appropriate and suitable candidates by doing simple functional tests. And I'm also giving candidates a clear understanding of the kind of role that they are expected if and when they join the organization. Works for both the employer and the employee. The final demo today, again, it's a very common position. It's a job description for an SEO executive. You could see the job was posted 5 days ago. It's in Noida, Delhi, NCR, India. There are already 186 job applications. Now you have to filter through 186 job applications. So the best way is have a pre-interview, pre-test, written assessment, give them objective questionnaire, let them fill that up. Once you have some shortlist, give them a functional test. So we'll go through what can we do for an SEO executive. So if you look at the job description, hands-on experience of off-page activities, understanding of on-page tools, understanding of how blogging works. So for this, what I would do is I would have the person, again, if he or she is physically present, fire up a laptop and let them do the testing themselves in front of you. Or again, on a video call, let them switch on the video, share their screen, and give them your website. Give them your website or any other website and ask them to first analyze the website from SEO basics. So the titles, the meta tag, the images, the loading time, the content structure, the page structure, H1 tags, H2 tags. Now, let me tell you, SEO executives, to analyze these basic SEO fundamentals, you do not need any paid software. They could do it without any software. I could just go ahead and check the titles, the H1 tags, the H2 tags without any third-party software. Then there are tons of free software available. For example, I can go on to SEOsitecheckup.com. I can go on to ubersuggest.com, and I could check for the SEO fundamentals to see how easy and how comfortable is it for the candidate to check for the SEO basics. Only once they understand and given the experience that you're looking for, can they recommend you in real time what are the improvements that could be made on that demo site, either your real site or any other site? What can they recommend after browsing through the website and looking at reports from these free SEO analyzer tools? What can the person recommend to improve in order to improve the rankings? So here, you're not relying on the interview because one, you as an operations manager or as a small business owner are not an SEO expert. You don't want to rely solely on the interview. You want to really see hands-on, live on their computer screen, how they approach understanding what's wrong with or what's lacking in your SEO efforts, strategy, and what can they recommend in a short 15, 20, 30 minutes time frame. Take that as the most valuable insight when you have to hire for an SEO executive. So here we went ahead and we browsed three available job descriptions on the internet. One was for a sales development rep, a very common position. Second was for a mid-level position, a business analytics senior manager, and then an SEO executive. So as you could see in all the job descriptions, you would find those one, two, or three key activities that are very critical to the success of that job role. Don't rely only on personal interviews. A lot of great candidates who are very skilled at what they do are not very good at communication. And communication is not an important aspect for all job roles. Hiring an SEO executive, hiring an accountant, hiring a blog writer, you do not need excellent verbal communication. You don't need them to be very presentable. Those are things that make you biased in physical one-on-one interviews. Avoid that. Before you reach that stage, test them for their functional skills. Make the final interview more a conversation because you've already shortlisted. You already understand that this candidate has the prerequisite skills to succeed in this job role. Then in the interview stage, you just have a conversation whether he or she likes working for your company, or does she, if it's a hybrid work culture, if they have to travel every day to office, what are their career aspirations, what are they looking to achieve in the next few years, how do they want to plan their career. So the culture fit and everything else. But you would have established whether they are skilled enough in terms of beginner skills, intermediate skills, advanced skills, depending on the job profile. So as I promised in my earlier two hiring videos, I've taken you through three random job descriptions available on the internet and showed you in this video how to plan and conduct functional skill testing to hire the most suitable candidate for your job requirements. If you have any custom requirements, if you want to understand how can you plan and conduct functional testing for your hiring, your company requirements, write that in the comment section. I'll reply to you. If you want to share something, you can go on my website, fill up a contact form, and maybe share your job description as an attachment. Once I find time, which I will, at least within 24 to 48 hours, I'll go through that and I'll reply to your email, reply to your comments. For more videos on hiring, sales, business management, business tools, do subscribe to my channel. Keep coming back, watch my videos. I look forward to see you again. Till then, have a great day. Be safe.